What's up, guys? It's another Monday. You know that if you're regular here, it has become a ritual for us to meet on every Monday at 6:30 p.m., chat, talk, laugh, and have fun. This is a word from my pillow podcast. My name is AJ Quansah. Now, if this is the first time you are coming across our podcast, welcome, and I promise you that you would have a good time. And if you're a regular, this is me saying mwah, and thank you so much for joining me and always being here to watch the podcast. Now, guys, today is a solo episode, and I always love it when I'm doing solo episode because I get to connect with you guys, chat with you, and give you all the details, the gist that you need. Now, a lot of you have been interested in my personal life. And that is okay, guys. That is okay because I've put myself in that space for you to want to know more about me. And it's my work. It's fine. A lot of people have been requesting the story about my depression, and trust me, I'm going to share that story very soon. If you can get this video, or if you can get this episode of the poll to 100k, I'm going to share that. I'm going to share that story. But yes, it's another episode. And guys, you see that girl, you see that man, woman that you are doing long distance relationship with. Should I say they are not going to marry you or it won't work? There are times that it will work, but the probability of sometimes it working is it's so low. I'm not discouraging you. I'm just telling you that if you plan to do distance relationship with anybody, just know what you are going in for. Just know what you are going in for because I miss you, need your catch. Whenever you miss the person and you want to touch them, you want to hug them, the only option is I miss you. And so if you are ready for that, then that's okay. And I think today that's what I'll give you on this episode of Tell Me Why. If you agree, I know that a lot of you, if I'm wrong, correct me. But if you are watching the video, if you are listening to the podcast and you are in a long distance relationship, just tell me how it's working. Maybe somebody in the comment section can also pick a thing or two. But personally, I think that is one of the things that is so difficult to do. And is it something that I'll ever try again? No. Me? No. It's a build-up story. I'll tell you more very soon. But yes. So like all the time, even when we have guests on the show, you know that we do icebreaker. So just interesting topics to get the conversation going. And today the icebreaker question is just for me, and I'm going to answer it. That's fine, guys. I'm going to answer that question. So today our icebreaker is, and mind you guys, this particular question is not from me. It's from my executive producer. And so I have to answer it. Or maybe you think that if I was going to draft the question my own, then I would have chosen a question that would favor me. But it's not a bad question. So let's read it. It says that, would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in your life? Would I rather have a pause or a rewind button in my life? Honestly, I think that I would rather have a pause. And this is my reason. I believe that all the experiences, all the stories that I've been through is what has made me who I am today. I can recall or I can recount all the good times, the bad times, the lessons, the mistakes. It has made me who I am today. And so definitely I will not rewind because my fear is if I rewind, am I going to be this knowledgeable again? If I rewind, am I going to have all the experiences I have now? Aging just gives you that. I'm not saying everybody who has grown has wisdom or yes, that's what I think, but I think that aging just comes with experiences, like it's life, it's years, months, days. that you are going through, it comes with so many experiences. And I think that those experiences are what shapes us. And so for me, I think that I would rather do a pause. Like, I know there are days that I get so overwhelmed with life. Like, I'm so tired, and I wish that I could just press a pause button, just relax, take a recess, and then just begin it all over again. But there's nothing like that. Like, life keeps going. And definitely for me, my answer would be no. I would rather choose a pause button than a rewind, because all these stories, all these mistakes, all these lessons has made me who I am today. So that is my answer for that. But guys, today we have an interesting topic. Now, today, the main topic for this discussion is I'm going to share with you the things that I've had to learn and unlearn. And I believe that at least at the end of this episode, you walk away with something inspirational. I'll make you laugh, and then we will just grow together. You know how we do it all the time. So, my number one thing that I've had to learn is that God is not an option, baby. You want to make God an option in your life? How are you going to survive? Please tell me how. I'm waiting. Let me give you guys 2 minutes. No answer. Tell me how. How is that possible? You can never make him, unless, of course, you don't believe in him, and that's fine. But I think for me, God is never an option for me. Right, right through when I was born, I have been raised from a Christian home, so I have grown to know. It's different when you are being forced to do something, and you just want to willingly learn along the line. Sometimes when you are young, when they are forcing you to go to church, when they are forcing you to attend all these meetings, there are times that you are like, I don't understand what I'm doing, but I'm still going to do it anyway. But eventually, when you grow and you begin to understand like all the principles and how it works, then you get a better understanding. So for me, I think that I've grown to know God for myself, and He's been an amazing person in my life. Should I say a person? But he's been my greatest father. Like, I can count all the lowest moments that this man showed up for me. And nobody is going to show up for you like him. And so my biggest lesson that I've had to learn is that God is not an option. If it's an option for you, that's fine. But me, baby, there's no way I'm doing it without God. If I'm making a decision, he's the first person I consult. If that decision works too, he's the first person that I thank. The second thing that I've had to unlearn is that watch people's action before you listen to their words. Baby! And I'm not even kidding. Are you listening to people's words and not watching their actions? Let me tell you, people will tell you everything you want to know, but their actions are going to tell you what you need to know. And I think that for me, I can even relate it to, let's go into dating a little bit. There was this particular guy that I was seeing some time ago. For me, I pay a lot of attention to communication. So if I'm going out with you and you don't communicate as much as I want you to, it becomes a problem for me, because maybe it's because I'm also a communication person. Like, I want you to be detailed with me about everything and anything. And there was this particular guy that I was seeing. This guy kept on telling me that he loves me, but his actions were speaking different things. And I was like, nah, for me, I'm definitely about actions. If you, no, I don't care. If you tell me you love me 10 times in a day and you are not doing the things that shows that you love me, baby, I'm going. No, that is the truth. Tell me that you love me 10 times in a day and your action proves otherwise. I'm stepping. I'm stepping up. And so those are some of the things that I lean on to say that, nah, There are people that will tell you anything, but from their action, and let me even shift it to this point. You see that there are times that you are there with people and you think that, oh, everything between us is fine, we are cool together, everything is okay. Until one day, guys, just one day, you step on their toes and probably you get into an argument and you begin to see all the things they begin to spill, and you realize that, nah, I had it all wrong. This person wasn't who I was thinking. So the second thing I've had to unlearn, that I'm not going to listen to people's words, but rather watch their actions. So please watch people's actions before you listen to their words, especially the men. They are going to lie to you. So watch their actions. I'm coming for you guys, and don't worry. But why do you guys lie though? I have a problem with you. You're always lying. Okay, so the third thing is that I've had to learn is, you don't need 1,000 friends. A small yet inspiring and positive friends is enough. And guys, if I have any like young people listening to this podcast, I would really want them to take this information very well. Baby, my dear little sister, my dear little brother, you don't need 1,000 of friends to survive. You don't need 1,000 of people around you to be who God has destined you to be. You need just a close unit of people who have good heart, who are inspirational and are positive. Let me refer you to this adage. Anero, what's it called? Nafunti no koto enyeti, right? Yes. Nafunti no koto enyeti. You don't need to have thousands of friends. So it means that you have to be intentional about the people that you select as friends. You get it? Be selective when it comes to your friends. Choose friends that are going to benefit you in life and you're also going to benefit from them. You get it? That's how it's supposed to work. If you are listening to this podcast right now, this is the time that you need to declutter. Go through all your friends, all those that are not adding anything to your life. This is the time that you need to declutter. I'm not saying that cut them off, but know how you can manage these friends. You get it? And I would rather advise that if you're a young person, you'd rather have somebody who is much more older than you and keep them as friends, because then you're going to learn more from them. And I think that's what helped me as a young adult now. Growing up, I really didn't used to keep like young friends. All my friends were like people who were much way older than me, and it made me mature enough because I had to learn. I had to pick up from where they are. Do you get it? I had to learn a lot of things from them, and I think that has shaped me to be who I am. Because there are times that I would speak and I get this like 1,000 times. I'll speak to people, and the moment they hear my age, they are like, "Girl, you are too intelligent for your age." And I'm like, yes, that is the benefit of keeping good people around you. The next thing, guys, the next thing is, social media is not real life. Should I hammer on it again? Social media is not real life. Don't let anybody give you pressure. They'll post that they are eating, but in essence, they are hungry. They'll post that they are on vacation, and you will think that they are on this vacation with their hard-earned money. What's up, my people? This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Speedway Beauty Spa and School of Cosmetology. Now, if you need anything beauty, Speedway Beauty Spa is where you have to go. They are located inside Amasaman, and you can check them on all social media platforms. And Nero Media is also the guy for you when you need anything for production. When it comes to video, photography, camera, mics, please contact Anero Media. And Aerobase Multimedia is also the guy for you when it comes to cinematography work. Now, Barry will do your videography works, pictures for events, any event at all. And Nag Bakery, lastly, Nag Bakery. They are in Accra. The best cakes you can taste in Accra is Knack Bakery. Now you can find them on all social media platforms, so please check them out. Is somebody sponsoring them and they are going to pay for it some way, somehow? Don't let anybody give you pressure. Social media is not real life. Don't live your life according to the things that you see on social media. For me, I always say, I even have like this funny conversation that I have between my sisters and I have together. There are times that we will post certain things and we are like, if only people knew. And it's not like, guys, I'm giving them away, but it's not like I'm giving them away. But that is the reality. Nobody is going to present the worst side of them on social media. Everybody is going to present the good side of them that they want you to see. I mean, that's the picture they are trying to paint for you. And now, think of it. It's a space where we see all the perfection. Hardly do people ever share their flaws on these apps. And that is why when you get people who try to show those parts of them, you get a lot of people saying that, oh, you are real. Because ideally, that is not how it is built. People are only showing the best parts of their life on social media. So please, don't let anybody give you pressure to think that everyone's life is perfect. We all don't have a perfect life. We don't. And sometimes the life that we are even trying to paint on there is far different from what you see. So please, my next thing that I've had to learn is that kindness will take you far. And guys, I don't know how to explain this for it to make sense, but just be kind. You see that little girl around your house, that little boy around your house, that woman, that man that needs your help. Please offer. If you have it, please give it to them. If they need it, please help them. And it will take you so far that you will not even realize. Sometimes some of these blessings that comes with being kind, it extends to your generation. And me, I'm a benefactor of that. I always say that sometimes all the good things I'm reaping in life is because of the life my parent has lived. And it's just true. You might not necessarily see it now. And I mean, there are times where I've come across people make funny comments like, oh, Buani Paji receipts, simply because human beings are not good. But forget about that. Forget about all of that. Be kind. Just be kind. And you don't know how far that will take you. Because that is how it's just a principle. Do it for another person and God will let another person do it for you. Get it? So please be kind, okay? Because whoever you are refusing to help. I remember there was this man who once said that you see that child close to your house that he needs help and you are refusing to help him. One day he will grow and come and steal from you. So please, let's be people that live for humanity. Let's learn to live for humanity, and kindness will certainly take us far. Okay, so the next thing will be, don't be a people pleaser. I have a few to go. Don't be a people pleaser. In 2024, you are living your life to please somebody. How? Tell me how. I'm waiting. I'm giving you 2 seconds. Tell me how. Do not live your life to please anybody, guys. Don't live your life to please anybody. The only person you can think of pleasing is God. And apart from, I'm not saying don't be a good person. Be a good person. But do not live your life to please people. Else, the truth is, if you try to live your life to please people, you will lose yourself in the process. And you do not want to do that. So please, do not be a people pleaser. Thank you. Okay, so the next thing is, do not lower your standards for anyone. And I will take you back to a conversation I have with Nuruddin. It's an episode that has been aired already. That was our second episode. So guys, please, if you've not watched it, this is your cue to go and watch that particular video. Please, don't lower your standards. You see that job that you are looking for. that skill that you need to acquire, that exams that you need to take, whatever it takes you to achieve those things, do it the right way. And don't lower your standards for anybody. Is it a man you are trying to lower your standards for? No. A friend you are trying to lower your standard for because you want to fit in? No. A teacher you are trying to lower your standard for because you are trying to get good grades? No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Say after me. Don't do it. We are not doing it. We are not doing it. So guys, yes, that's it for don't lower your standards for anybody. Set them higher the bar. If those people cannot meet those standards, learn to walk away and you'll be fine. Trust me. You'll always be fine. The next thing is don't settle for less. And I think this goes hand in hand with don't lower your standards for anybody. Do not settle for less. Let me tell you, there are people that there are jobs opportunities that I've gotten. There are guys who have moved to me, and based on the content they've presented to me, I had to deny it. I had to let it go because I couldn't settle for those things. And that is okay. It's okay to have your principles in life. It's okay to set standards. And please, do not settle for less, because once you begin to settle for those things, you are going to have a problem with it later in life, because it looks like you were just compromising in the moment. And because that is not just you, later on you are going to struggle. So please, whatever it is, don't settle. That job that you are trying to find, if the pay is not what you expect, please don't settle. That man, that woman that is trying to move into your life, if their standards are not meeting yours, please don't settle and you'll be fine. Trust me. The last but one thing is learn to shut up. Let's say it together. Learn to shut up. Guys, learn and know when, where, how to talk. Learn to be observant. Learn where to spill the tea. Just like the way you guys want me to spill all the tea. I'm not saying I'm not going to give you all the tea. As for the tea, we are locked in. I'm going to give you all the tea. But then again, I also know when to shut up. Know when to say the right words. Know when to tell that person that issue. Know when to send that love emoji. that is out of nowhere, but just learn to shut up. It's not everything that you see that you will talk. Learn to shut up. And sometimes the Bible even says it, that even if a fool is quiet, he's considered wise. So please, learn when to shut up. It's not everything that you see that you back. There are times that you have to jail your eyes and move on. Such is life. My last thing that I've had to learn is maybe 6, 7 years ago, I would have strongly argued with you that no, I think I'm okay. But after growing, I think we all need therapy. And that's one thing that I think I've had to learn. We all need therapy, baby. We've all had certain traumas that we need to deal with. And it's okay to get a professional and talk to them. I have a trauma that I need to deal with, and I will talk to somebody because I want to be better. You think you're okay, but you are not. You need therapy. Guys, I'm not I'm not joking about this thing. That is why all of you are entering relationships and you are breaking people's heart. You see this girl, you break her heart, you move on. You see this boy, you break his heart, you move on. It's not okay. You need therapy. You really need therapy. And that's that. And that's on. Say it. And that's on. Period. So that's definitely some of the things that I've had to unlearn and learn. Things that I've had to learn and unlearn. And I'm grateful that at least I'm able to share some of these things with you because I have the platform and just being a big sister to somebody, being a best friend to somebody, I get to share all these things with you guys. And so, guys, AWFMP squad, we are squad or we are family. And so, whatever I have, you're going to get it. Whatever I have, you're going to get it. And so, guys, let's move on to the next thing. Um, like ideally, we will do listener letter. Today we have a listener letter, and it's an interesting one. It's one that just a part of it. I don't know if I can relate, but it's so interesting. So this is how it goes. It says that growing up, I was often referred to as a chubby child, as if that wasn't enough. I developed acne in my early teenage years. These conditions often affected my confidence. I would do anything possible to avoid being in social circles. I resorted to a myriad of skincare treatments only to develop hyperpigmentation and conspicuous skin pores. About my weight, I've tried exercise, nutrition, and intermittent fasting, but I only lose a few pounds for some weeks and then I'm back to factory settings. This has impacted my relationship with lady friends and opposite sex. Friends I hold dear don't give off energy in equal measure. Possible suitors whom I tend to vibe with, like a perfect match made in heaven during the talking stage, gradually withdraw their engagement and eventually ghost out on me without reason. My insecurities have heightened because of these experiences, and I keep wondering, is there ever a way out of this? Guys, this is such an emotional story, and it has a lot that needs to be tackled. But first of all, I think that you see, some of these things are things that we can control if you seek the right things, and it takes a lot of self-discipline and determination to achieve them. Personally, you know me, I'm not a slim girl. I've always been a chubby girl, and that's fine. Just that the difference between this story and I is that I have the confidence, and I don't think you can talk me out of that. You can't talk me out of that, baby. You cannot. And so I think that for me, as a big sister, you should seek the right help. Go to a doctor, find a good skincare hospital, go and see a dermatologist. Let them give you what you need, because when you resort to some of these skincare treatments and they are not coming from the right source, it means that you're only going to develop reactions that you do not need. You get me? So I think that you should go and see a professional dermatologist, and then you should see a professional dermatologist and talk to the person and let them help you with the right treatment. You get it? And about the weight loss parts, see all the inspiration around you. There are people who might even be, I don't know your size now, but I believe that there are people who might be way um heavier than you, but they have love and all that they need. And I don't think that you should limit yourself to, or you should lose your confidence because of that. Pick up yourself, put on that confidence dress, baby girl. Put it on, because we need to see you in it. If you want to change something about yourself, you only need to work on yourself. Unless, of course, you are not ready to change, and that will be another story for another day. But if you really want to change something about yourself, it means that you need to wake up and just work on yourself and you become better. So, guys, like we do every day on the pod, before we bring it all to an end, we do recommendations and small wins. And this week, my recommendation would definitely be what? Read a book. One book that I read that I think that changed my perspective about life is Purpose Driven Life. It's a book that I think that everybody needs to, especially if you are struggling to find your purpose in life. It's one of the books that you really need to grab and read. So that would be my recommendation for this week. And a small win. Guys, we are gradually making progress. It's not been easy, but the consistency has been there, always working, shooting, making sure I'm providing content for you guys. and it's a win for me. I'm proud of myself. Me, I hate consistency. Oh. There are times that I just don't like being consistent with certain things, but that's also like a weakness of mine that I'm trying to work on. But being able to put myself and put all these things behind me and say that, hey, I want to do this and I'm working on it and I'm making sure that I'm killing it. It makes me excited and I'm happy about that. So that is definitely a win for me. And so guys, so on this episode, um before I came to the studio today, I remember I shared a post on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram at AJ Quansah, or if you don't follow the pod at a word for my pillow on Instagram, this is your cue to go there and go and follow us. I shared a post on my story that, is there any question that you want to ask me? And among all the answers that I got, mm, mm, among all the answers that I got, this is one of them that I want to answer. It says that, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hmm. Breathing. Guys, in the next 5 years, I want to see my podcast become one of the biggest podcasts in Ghana and beyond. I want to be in the process, if not started, then at least be in the middle of doing my PhD. My business too should have taken off, like, yes, all those are personal things that in the next 5 years I'm trying to hit. And so podcast being the biggest in Ghana and beyond, probably in school for my PhD, and then maybe married. Let's see. let's let's just see. Maybe married, yeah. And guys, so what am I taking to my pillow tonight? After this conversation, what I'm taking to my pillow tonight is that I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how frustrating it might get, no matter how difficult it might get, no matter how uncomfortable it might get. I am going to keep going. I am going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And I know that consistency pays. Consistency pays. So I'm not going to stop. And guys, hold me to that. I'm not going to stop. No matter what I'm trying to achieve in my life, I'm going to keep going till I make it. And that is what I'm taking to my pillow tonight. And what I'm not taking to my pillow tonight is, what am I not taking to my pillow tonight? I'm not going to settle for less. And that's on period. I'm not going to settle for less. So if you know you want to present anything in my life, make sure you come right. I'm not going to settle on anything that is lower than the standard I've set for myself. Guys, so on this episode, I want to give a special shout out to a very good friend of mine, Polar's Beat. Now, if you listen to our pod on Spotify or all the listening platforms, you realize that in the beginning, we have this beat that comes or plays with... My editor says that if I don't give him a shout out, I'm dead. I know Anero is looking at me. I know Anero is also going to say the same thing. I'm going to give shout outs to all the guys that are helping me make this a success. So one of the people that I'm going to really shout out, Polar's Beats, I know you are watching. Thank you so much. He's such an amazing friend. You are in the UK. I know you are doing so well there. And all the beats you are producing for all these musicians, I love it. I love your growth. And thank you so much that when I reached out to you that I wanted to do this, you supported me, and I'm grateful. Guys, like I'm saying, all the beats you hear and our intro and outro is from Polar's Beats. So he made those beautiful beats for me. And the rules for inspiration, you realize that there's this harmonious beat that play and that it's more like a ballad. Yeah. If you don't know literature, go and read about what a ballad is. But he's the one who did all those beats for me, and I'm really grateful for such a friend like that in my life. So Polas, this is me sending you my love. I love you so much and I'm thankful. And shout outs to, a special shout outs to Philip, my editor. The guy is doing an amazing job, even though he stresses me. But guys, I'm going to forgive him. And to Anero, guys, this show wouldn't be possible without the great man Anero. And so thank you so much, Anero. I love you, love, 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 love. So yes, guys, I think this is it. I've talked so much, and that's why I tell you that this is why sometimes this is why I love solo episodes. Even though when I have a guest in the couch, like we're able to bring all the bands that you need, like all the ups and downs. But then again, this show is a word for my pillow for a reason. So I love the fact that I get to talk with you on the solo episodes and we get to connect and just have fun on the show. And so I'll leave you here with this episode. Please come back next week because I have more interesting content for you. Peace out. Mwah.